If you've ever looked at your lawn and thought, there has to be a better and smarter way to do this, then CES 2026 is where that future officially arrives. Standing here at the ECOVACS booth, I can honestly say this: the robotic lawnmower market just hit its turning point. 2026 is the year robotic lawnmowers go full LiDAR. Over the past year, I've lived with both RTK and LiDAR robotic lawnmowers. I've installed them, maintained them, struggled with them, and in some cases just completely forgot that I had them. Here's the point. RTK is a tool you constantly tend to. LiDAR is the robot that tends to your lawn. All right, I need to confess something. I generally wanted RTK robotic lawnmowers to be the answer. On paper, they're brilliant. In real life, they're a relationship that requires a lot of emotional labor. So let me walk you through what I call the 11 trials of RTK, aka everything you don't realize you're signing up for. This is where the journey begins with optimism. You stand in your yard thinking, okay, where's the perfect spot? Not a good spot, the perfect spot, because it needs to be clear trees, clear of buildings, clear of fences, clear of basically reality, especially for most people's backyards. You hammer in a pole, step back, and think, yeah, this is good. Spoiler alert, it won't be, at least not for long. Trial number 2, testing angles and distances. Now comes the geometry portion of the experience. You move the base station 2 inches, test. Move it back 1 inch, test again. At some point, you're holding your phone, staring at signal bars, wondering how you suddenly became a satellite engineer. This is where confidence starts to really erode. Trial number 3, signal anxiety. A daily conditioning. Once it technically works, the anxiety kicks in. Is the sky clear enough today? Are those clouds going to be a problem? Is that tree growing too fast? Or is that just me being super paranoid? RTK doesn't just mow your lawn. It lives rent-free in your head and creates anxiety. At least it did for me. Trial number 4. I planted a tree where I shouldn't have. This one hurts emotionally. You make a small improvement to your yard, maybe a new tree, a new shrub, a decorative sculpture that you just had to have. RTK sees that and says, oh yeah, we're doing chaos now. Suddenly, your perfectly mapped lawn is, well, questionable. Trial number 5, remapping the entire lawn. At some point, something goes wrong. A glitch, a signal drop, a bad update, and the mower politely informs you, hey, you should probably move the RTK and remap everything. That's not a suggestion. That's a Saturday gone forever that you will never ever get back. Trial number 6, surprise obstacles. Garden hoses, kids' toys, that one chair you forgot to move. RTK doesn't see obstacles. It discovers them aggressively. This is when you realize obstacle avoidance is not optional, it's survival. Trial number 7, zone drift. Over time, things start to feel, well, off. Edges aren't crisp anymore. Corners get missed. That tricky area near the fence, untouchable by your robot lawnmower. You didn't change anything, but RTK did, quietly, without even asking your permission. Trial number 8, taller grass reality check. Spring hits, your lawn grows faster, thicker, denser. RTK looks at that and goes, yeah, I wasn't trained for that one. Now you're adjusting settings, babysitting passes, and wondering why automation suddenly feels like work again. Trial number 9, the fallen base station. This one is personal. A windy day, a storm, one unlucky moment. The base station tips over, and just like that, your mower forgets who it is, that it's even a robot to begin with. Everything stops until you intervene again. Trial number 10, seasonal amnesia. Leaves fall, growth patterns change, the environment shifts. RTK needs another adjustment. And another, and another. It works, but only if the world stays exactly the same, which in reality it never does. Trial number 11, constant babysitting. This is the real issue. RTK never fully lets you go. You check the app, you check the signal, you check the map, not because it's broken, but because you know it might be broken. And that's when it hits you. This isn't automation, this is supervision. And here's the thing. None of these are deal breakers by themselves, but add them all together, that's when you realize why LiDAR feels so different. Because once I switched, all 11 of these problems simply vanished. Not improved, not minimized, completely gone. After using the ECOVACS A3000 LiDAR for the past year, switching my mindset to LiDAR didn't feel like learning something new. It felt like unlearning stress, because everything that required effort, attention, or babysitting with RTK just disappears with LiDAR. So instead of pain points, let me walk you through the 11 things you no longer need to worry about when you move from RTK to LiDAR. These are the 11 freedoms of LiDAR. Freedom number 1, no base station. With RTK, everything starts with a pull in the ground. Where you place it matters. How stable it is matters. Whether it moves even a little bit really matters. With LiDAR, there is no base station at all. Nothing to improve, nothing to protect, nothing to knock over accidentally. That alone removes the most fragile part of the entire RTK system. Freedom number 2, no angle or distance guessing. RTK requires alignment. LiDAR doesn't care about any of that. It doesn't ask the sky where it is. It understands the environment it's actually in. No measuring, no fine tuning, no, is this good enough? Freedom number 3, no signal anxiety. With RTK, signal quality is always in the back of your mind. Clouds, trees, and seasonal growth. With LiDAR, signal anxiety disappears because signal dependency disappears. The mower doesn't lose confidence with the environment changes, it adapts to it. Freedom number 4, yard changes are no longer a problem. With RTK, even small yard changes can throw things off. LiDAR expects change. It rereads the environment instead of punishing you for improving your yard. Freedom number 5, no more full remaps. RTK errors often end with dreaded sentences like, you need to remap your lawn. LiDAR doesn't collapse when something goes wrong. The map evolves instead of resetting. That means no lost afternoons and no starting from scratch. Freedom number 6, real obstacle awareness. RTK reacts after contact. LiDAR sees obstacles before they're even a problem. Hoses, toys, furniture. Instead of hoping the mower figures it out, LiDAR navigates around them calmly and intelligently. Freedom number 7, no zone drift over time. With RTK, edges slowly lose precision. LiDAR keeps spatial consistency because it's always referencing what's physically there. Your lawn looks the same week after week without adjustment. Freedom number 8, tall grass isn't a stress test. RTK struggles when conditions change quickly. LiDAR adapts to terrain changes without forcing you to tweak settings or supervise. The mower works with your lawn, not against it. Freedom number 9, nothing to tip over. RTK has a physical failure point, the base station. LiDAR removes that signal point of failure entirely. Storms don't cancel automation anymore. Freedom number 10, seasons don't require recalibration. RTK often needs attention as seasons change. LiDAR doesn't need seasonal retraining. It just keeps going regardless of leaves, growth cycles, or lighting conditions. Freedom number 11, you finally stop babysitting. This is the biggest one. RTK, you manage the mower. With LiDAR, the mower manages the lawn. You stop checking the app, you stop worrying, you stop hovering. And when you forget your robotic mower exists, that's when you know automation is finally working. And that's why seeing multiple new LiDAR models at ECOVACS booth at CES hit me differently this year, because I know exactly what life looks like before LiDAR and how much easier it's going to be now that ECOVACS is leaning fully into LiDAR in all of their models. And because this level of freedom is coming to more people in 2026, if you choose ECOVACS as your brand of choice, seeing these 3 new LiDAR models at CES, I can tell ECOVACS is pushing real automation to a much wider audience. I've heard there are meaningful improvements coming, like battery life, obstacle handling, edge trimming accuracy, and I can't wait to test them out once they arrive February 10th. So here's my question to you. Does your yard need RTK mowers, or should it actually be using LiDAR motors? For me, the answer is very clear. Follow ECOVACS and Manshed reviews for more details on the ECOVACS and LiDAR shift this year.